friends. How are you today? I'll bring some light onto the subject, so hopefully we don't get shadows. How's everybody doing out there? So this should have been yesterday, and I apologize that I forgot I had my days mixed up. Anyway, let's see. Did everybody get their new catalogs? I hope. By the way, this is Kathy Bedell with mystampandspot.com. Thanks for stopping by today. If you don't have your catalog, pop me a message and I will happily send you one. If you don't have a demonstrator and you would like a catalog, by all means, message me your address and I'll be happy to get one along. I'm sorry, I was out of breath. I was running around trying to get everything I needed. So I couldn't show you the inside pages before if you haven't seen it. There are some truly lovely things in this catalog. But I have to admit, this spread with all the wonderful new ink colors and the beautiful jar punch and flowers for this one. I love everything about this. I love the colors. I love the style. I love everything. I cased this card actually for a class. And this coordinates with the set very nicely. So, I'm going to show you how to make this. It's kind of my rendition of a jar sitting on a table, if you can imagine that. But first, I just want to get a few things out of the way. If you shop with this hostess code up here, and you order $30, you're going to get a kit to make this card. These lovely new gold hoops are in the catalog. I don't know if you can see those. And this is a new embossing folder. That is the greenery emboss folders. It's a 2-pack. You actually get 2 different designs. The other one's kind of a leafy design. And nothing here has to be stamped. So when you get this card kit, you do not need to own anything except for what comes with this card kit. Because believe it or not, this flower and these, shadowed leaves are actually DSP from the Flowers for Every Season DSP. So I'll send you a little square, and you'll cut your flower out, and your greenery will all be pre-cut, and everything will be ready to go. Catch is, you only have till Saturday to use that code and order, because Sunday I will be doing a Facebook Live, yay, like all day. I have 4 different presentations planned throughout the day. Oh, earthquake, sorry. 4 different presentations planned throughout the day. I have games to play, door prizes to give away, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you stop by Sunday, 8 to 6. And no, you don't have to sit watching for 10 hours, although you're welcome to. But everything will be pre-recorded. And after I go live, I will upload those videos to YouTube too. So if you don't belong to my YouTube channel, feel free to sign up for that. That's it's My Stamping Spot on YouTube. If you just search that, you'll find me. So if you order $30 between now and Saturday, you'll get this card kit. If you order $50 between now and Saturday, you will get the card kit, but you'll also get these beautiful, elegant, faceted gems. I don't have them in person yet. I'm sorry, they're coming today because, like you guys, we couldn't order most of the product. We could order some of it, but not all of it prior to yesterday when the catalog went live. So those are for you to think about. Okay, so let's talk about this. I saw this. I don't even know where I saw this. I thought this was kind of a cute idea. And I experimented, and I don't know if this is how everybody does it, but this is how I choose to do it. A couple things about this card. This stamp set, Jar of Flowers, comes with an accompanying punch, and it also comes with these really cute little shaker jar domes. If you watched the videos last week, I did a shaker jar. Not everybody likes the shakers. They're very difficult to mail. So this is kind of a nice solution. I don't know if you can catch the glimmer or not, but I used a piece of, why can't I think of the name of it? Clear like a Mylar sheet, but that's not what they're called. Shame on me, I didn't write it down. Anyway, this is just a scrap of my piece that I'm going to be using today for our project. But it's a good alternative if you like the set and you like the jar. You're not a fan of shakers, although the shakers are awesome. So let's start with the basics. I decided to make this card a standing up vertical card because I just thought it lent better. So I have a 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and I'm going to set that aside. We don't need that. Now this is how I did. This is an entire pack of beautiful paper. Did I pull some of it? I don't have it all. This is in the new catalog. It's all beautiful wooden type textures. That's almost like a stucco. And it's all in the neutral tones, except for this is the new blue color Misty Moonlight that's in it. But it's really some fabulous stuff, especially for man's cards. There are more designs too. I have to admit, I just pulled those last second. Like I said, I was running around. So the first thing you want to do is choose what designs you want to complement. So I used this and this back sides. The problem with this is you actually have to have two pieces of the same paper, and you'll see why. So I think looking at all of these, I think I'm going to go with a different background. Oh, that's pretty funky, huh? I think I am going to do that, just to lighten it up, make it not quite so dark. So what I want to do is, if I want this side to show and this side to show, I'm going to put them face out like this. Line them up. These are like the traditional first layer. It's 4 by 5 1/4. And all I'm going to do is kind of decide. So this is my 1 inch mark, and I apologize, this is the old cutter. My daughter has my new cutter downstairs. I'm just going to look to put it on a diagonal. You could measure it out. You could measure 1 inch here and 1.5 inches here. I'm not going to be that particular. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Put it at an angle, like that. Then, you see how your opposite pieces, they're not going to fit, so we're going to change it. You're going to love live videos, don't you? This is why you should rehearse. Okay, so I had said I wanted that pattern and to face them out. That was wrong. I should have put them both facing in to get the same cut so I could flip it over and have it be. So now I'm going to change it because I will not waste these pieces of paper. So I'm going to go with the same background, and I'm going to go with this as my tablecloth apparently. Like that. Those still match, fortunately. You have to love live presentations, do you not? Okay. See, we all make mistakes. And all I'm going to do is paste this. Tune in Sunday to Facebook Live because I will have the new adhesive to show you. It actually is arriving today, and I'm very excited to try it. I have yet to try it. It's replacing snail. We no longer carry this snail. Okay. I usually stand up when I do this, so this is probably not going to be even, but we're going to make do. Okay. There's my basic. Oh, no, I'm going to add one more thing. My tablecloth. This came from the Ornate Dies, part of the Ornate Garden Suite, and I have to tell you, the dies in this suite are absolutely my favorite. So this is my pretend little tablecloth, and I'm just going to line that up there like that. Now, I'm going to set this aside. What do you want to do first? Do you want to do the flower or the jar? How about we do the jar? Okay, so these stamps are actually pretty cool. Oh, look at mine are a mess. Falling everywhere. These are actually two-sided stamps. So I'm going to show you an example on a piece of scrap paper. You can stamp this way, like that. Or we are going to stamp, we're going to flip it over, and we are going to use mint macaron. That's what I'm using for the liquid. This was so dark, I wanted to go with something brighter, and I kind of liked the green better than the blue with these brown colors. I don't know why. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I hope you can see this. Can you see this? So this is when you flip the stamp over. Voila. That will darken up just a little bit. Close this up because I'm good at putting my cards in it. All right, then we are going to take our punch. A lot of people try to punch this way. I always flip it over so I can see it. I could, of course, too, outline the jar and have the little watermarks, but because I'm putting the stems in there, I kind of thought it might just be overkill. So I'm choosing just to leave it liquid. But of course, you could do whatever you like. And I'm going to just kind of line it up like that. There we go. Put this on here for scrap. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a different color so you can see it better. I can see it, but you might not be able to see it. I'll put those aside. So what I'm looking to do here is take the stem image. Boy, apparently I did not have enough coffee this morning, huh? All right, and I mentioned this last week when we made last week's cards. This image, let me ink it so you can see it better, clearly has a straight line and an uneven line. You want the uneven to be down the bottom. And I am going to put the stems right about to where the jar lid is going to go, like so. And then I'm going to take my actual jar lid. Now this is going to be very difficult from my angle. Like I said, I stand up to stamp. So this may look a little funky. Fortunately, it's going to be a big bow over it. Ah, not too bad. I actually think that's better than when I stand up. How about that? Okay, vellum. That's this word. I'm going to take my little piece of vellum and I'm going to punch this out. Do you guys get excited when you remember things? You know, I cut this scrap a little too small, so watch what I'm going to do. Here's my little trick. I'm going to adhere it to a sticky note. This was my notes. I'm going to adhere it to a sticky note, and then I can slide it in. Like so. Pop. Okay. I'm going to peel that sticky off, and I'm going to put that right there. I am using light shaded spruce for my stems. And I'm not going to be real particular here. You'll probably want to be a lot more particular. But it's kind of boring sitting here watching someone color. So, let's talk about Sunday. It's going to be a fun day. I have a whole bunch of new products I'll be showing samples of. It bums me out that we can't meet in person. This whole social distancing thing, if it were up to me, we'd all be a go. But the state says no. So, we have to make do. So I will show you a lot of different sets. I think I have a few videos that Stampin' Up! Has done that I will post. And then I'm going to do, I think, 4 different demonstrations with 4 different suites, which will be pretty fun. All right, now the tricky part. How do we adhere this so that you don't see it? Well, I'm not going to lie, and the problem with this is going to be, we are now going away from snail, and I don't know, the new stuff is called Seal or Seal Plus. Seal is an adhesive a lot like snail. Seal Plus is even stronger. It's what you'd use for 3D boxes and such. And since I don't have my hands on it, I can't really see how it's going to work. So for now, I can tell you, you can use your snail. The biggest thing you want to look out for is you don't want big, sticky globs. And I'm also only going around the edge. I don't know, can you see that big sticky glob? I'm pulling that off. Okay. I'm going to put this on here. Whoops. Again, I got a standing up issue. I need to stand up to do this. You guys are tired of hearing me say that. Then my little trick is kind of spread it and smooth it, and it kind of makes it invisible. I say kind of because if you were to really inspect this, you would see it. But this is pretty close second. Can you see? I don't know. Hopefully you can see. That works pretty good. Now, when we get the new sealed product, I'm unsure of how that's going to work. And then we'll have to talk about how we're going to adhere it, because at that point, I'm not really sure. Okay, so now we have our little jar that I'm actually going to put on here with some dimensionals. I'll set them right on there. And I know you guys know I do not use a lot of dimensionals. Let's see. About like that, I think. Okay. All right. On scrap white, as you can see, I used this piece earlier. I am going to take this big rose image from Jar of Flowers, and we're going to ink that up. I already have it on my blog. See, I pre-did something. I did prepare something. I might not have prepared how to cut the layers on the card, but I did prepare this. Okay, we're going to just stamp that like that. Pretty. These are beautiful. I love these roses. I'm a rose fan anyway. Through the magic of TV, look what I have. Let me get rid of the brown and go to here. I want to show you a couple things. Actually, I'm going to pull this brown back out so you can see. See the white in between the flowers? Now, you'll notice when you look side by side, I decided to do all pink roses and do the smaller buds blue, which is fine. What I wanted to point out is the white, and I know I've said this numerous times before. I don't like that white, and if you were to try to cut in there, the roses would just fall off. So my suggestion is to take light mint macaron and go in and fill in anywhere that has just a little bit of white. It has a hint of green without being overpowering and in your face, and it kind of blends and makes it all just not so stark. One other thing I'm noticing is that when I hand trim this, I also have a little white on the flowers, so I'm going to go back in and just touch that up a bit. So there's our flowers, and again, I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on this. I'll move this aside. And I'll put these here. I always overlap just a little bit, not a ton. I want it to sit just a little bit higher. Okay, this is part of a 3-pack, Flowers for Every Season. That is on page 161 in your catalog. I happen to love this little gingham ribbon. I just think it's adorable. So, as usual, I make 2 rabbit ears. Oop. My fingers are not working this morning. Holy smokes. Just 2 little rabbit ears and just do a regular simple knot. Once it's tied, I start fussing with it. Make it as big or as small as you like. Okay. Just going to trim these ends off. You'll notice I leave it attached right to the roll so I don't have to pull more than I need to. Like so. And with a glue dot. So I'm just going to take a glue dot. Let's see which side of my bow looks better. I think I want that to be my outside. Just going to put a dot in the center. And I'm going to prop this right up against the flowers nice and close. And then I fidget. Sometimes I take my little bone folder and pop up the just a little bit. What do you think? Do you like it? I love it. I love it. When you color with the blends, I like to go in from the centers and also from like what would be the bottom of the petal to add color. Can you see that? Like that. And so you have it come from the bottom of the petal out like that to add a little shadowing. Which do you like better, all pink or pink and blue? I don't know. I think now that I see it, I kind of like the pink and blue better. But I do see one thing. I need to go back in with my dark shaded spruce and just do a little bit of shading on some of these little flowers. And I know you all know I am not very particular when I do it. There we go. Maybe I'll just add a little more there. Okay. All right. So that's that. So let me remind you again. I want to see a Sunday on my Facebook full day event. Like I said, have your catalog handy. I have a few fun games I'll play live, and there will be door prizes, and I'll have tons of projects to show you, ways to make cards and different things like we did today. And I'll show you a lot of the new neat stuff in the catalog. Some of my favorite things in the catalog are the new embellishments. These gold hoops, I thought to myself, what am I going to do with those? And I poked around a little bit in a group I belong to, and I saw a lot of people making wreaths out of them. And I have to admit, I love them. Now I'm hooked. So if you spend $30 using this host code between now and Saturday, I'll send you everything it takes to make this kit, except for the adhesives. You'll need glue dots, mostly, primarily. And if you spend $50, I'll send you this kit and a package of the elegant faceted gems. So when you place your order online, it'll get shipped directly to you. And once I close the order out Sunday night or Monday morning, I'll send all the kits out to you Monday or Tuesday. So if you earned any free product, you'll get a little surprise package in the mail mid to the end of next week. So, I wanted to show you one other thing. We have a great set in the catalog. It's called Forever Fern. And again, this is one of those sleeper sets for me. Do you all remember Lovely as a Tree? It retired last year. That was like a great set that I always reached for. Probably is still one of my favorite sets, especially at Christmas time or for making men's cards. I think this is going to be that set for me this year. It comes with accompanying dies. As you can see, mine is very well loved already. I've used this set so much. And I will show you a few things with this on Sunday as well. But it's got some great greenery dies. In fact, this is what I used for this card, as is the eucalyptus piece, which is right here. So this is a great set. Again, I think it's kind of a sleeper. I love these little dots. They just add such great texture to anything. But what I wanted to show you, look at all the beautiful pieces. This is and I don't know if it's going to show up on this camera, the beautiful new brass foil sheets. It's gorgeous. But look at, this is the stamped image. This is in peacock. Look at the dimension on that. And here it is in Rococo Rose, one of the in colors. These were cut out of the new in color DSP. Same thing with this. I just think this is all fabulous. I mean, this could just as easily go under here and be equally as beautiful. There's just so much goodness in this set. And so versatile for anything you want to do. So I wanted to point that out to you because I'm loving that set. But we'll work with that on Sunday. I'll show you some of the DSP and some different creations. So thanks for being with me today. If you have any questions, give me an email. If you're not on my newsletter, please go to my site, my Facebook page, and sign up for my newsletter. Be sure to check in and join my YouTube channel. And hopefully I will see you all Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Get your coffee ready. Rise and shine early. Thanks, ladies. Have a great day.